According to Dr. Oz, the best way to get rid of hiccups is to drink water. While upside down, of course.
To go like this, to drink the water like this.
Go ahead, you try first.
So you gotta go upside down like this.
All right, you go first.
Thank you, Dr. Oz, for all the wisdom you impart on us simpletons. Hiccups suck. They can spoil a good date night. Forget the movie theaters. They can make conversations miserable. Okay, Nicole, that's enough. And hiccups can even ruin your entire life. According to Dr. John Perry, TM2M, University of Phoenix Online, hiccups can even lead to cold-blooded murder. Take the sinister mastermind killer from tonight's episode, who shot to superstardom for all of 5 minutes, and that fame went straight to her head, ultimately leading to a downward spiral of sex, drugs, crack rock and roll, and even murder. This vile and wicked killer can only be described as...
All right, welcome to Talk Murder to Me. Nicole has made us some sort of Corona Rita of sorts, which is kind of suspect for me. As much as I love tequila and I love margaritas, I have never had a Corona Rita because...
What?
Yeah, I'm not a Corona fan.
I know, but like I still love a good margarona.
I just don't know. How I would like beer I don't like mixed with a margarita that I do like. I feel like it would make it taste like something I don't like.
This is not a good representation of it though, because we used sour mix instead of margarita mix because that's what we had.
Right. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, not your fault. I was hoping where we went would have it, but they did not.
Yeah. Womp womp. You should have told me. I would have gone to the store and get some because...
Well, we just went to the gas station to pick up the beer right around the corner. So by the time we were like, so Jen, can you go pick it up? We would have been to your house. So it's fine. But it ain't... I can't believe you never tried it though.
I just am always suspicious of it. It's very sus. Sus.
Why do we keep drinking things out of red Solo cups?
Because it's
Jen
easy.
needs margarita glasses.
Yeah, I don't have margarita glasses. I did get a registry going on Amazon though.
This just makes me feel like an alcoholic when we drink stuff like this.
Makes me feel like I'm back in college.
It just makes me feel like I don't have to do dishes.
And so the drink this evening it's actually apparently on some YouTube video or whatever, someone called this the Hiccup, which they said it was a way to make your beer more boozy, which like duh if you're adding margarita to it. So I'm like, I like a good margarita. Let's do it. So Hiccup is the hint.
Yeah, so tonight's hint is hiccup.
One time my dad had the hiccup for like almost a week.
My mom's best friend Lisa said that I think it was her father had the hiccups for like 7 years, like couldn't get rid of them.
Years
Consistently. Yes, like was barely sleeping for like years.
I would not wish that upon anyone.
Right? Isn't that awful?
Like, the worst that I'll do is wish diarrhea upon someone in an inconvenient time. But no, I wouldn't even wish that upon anyone. Hiccups, no, I would not.
What if you had both at the same time?
Maybe it would help it pass faster.
Oh my god, no! I can't. I hate the hiccups.
Did you ever read the reviews for like it's sugar-free gummy bears on Amazon? Yeah. Oh my gosh, those reviews are the best. And when I first saw them, I was like, oh, maybe I should have had those the week before the wedding. Would have really been able to fit into that dress comfortably.
That's gross. All right, so tonight the hint is hiccup. So Jen, where are we going and who are we killing tonight?
Texas. And I think there is a person who has a prolonged case of hiccups and their partner can't take it anymore, so they kill them out of frustration and / to end the person's misery in 1987.
All right, I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I'll say 1997, And I think the killer of this story got so sloshed drunk that he was hiccuping all through his recorded confession.
All right. So if this is your first episode, go to talkmurder.com and follow along with us tonight if you're not driving. So tonight I gave them the hint of hiccup, and you probably haven't heard of this story before.
But
I was trying to do another hiccup, but they're hard to fake. And I feel like I feel like I don't want to fake it.
Yeah,
because
you'll bring them on.
I know.
yeah,
I
it's
know.
like going to
It's,
jinx
like,
it if
scary.
we're drinking right now.
Exactly. So go to talkmurder.com to see all the photos. You definitely want to see what this deranged, deviant killer looks like.
It's like a cartoon bunny rabbit or something
I know.
stupid like that.
The sound echoes through
God.
the TIA terminal, announcing the arrival of 15-year-old Jennifer Mee.
Oh, she's the girl that had the hiccups for so long, right?
That sound
She
has
holds
been
the
her
record for the
constant
longest hiccups.
companion since the first hic,
4 weeks ago tomorrow.
and the sound is the least of it.
I get really bad chest pain, abdominal pains, throat pains, back pains. It's unbelievable.
We've been keeping her spirits up, keeping her smiling, but when she starts hurting and starts crying, that's when it breaks my heart. So there's nothing I can do for her.
After the attack started in science class on January 23rd, Jennifer's parents took her to any doctor they thought might be able to help.
But I've been to neurologists, pediatricians, cardiologists to get MRIs, CAT scans, blood work, everything.
Isn't it like a diaphragm
Then
spasm?
Jennifer and her parents embarked on a whirlwind media tour, appearing on local and national news shows, hoping someone would be able to offer a solution. None have worked so far.
We've tried a tablespoon of peanut butter, tablespoons of sugar, mustard, what were some other ones?
Cinnamon.
Gallons of water, lots of water.
Other suggestions have been impractical or illegal.
Somebody told me to smoke marijuana, take a hit of marijuana, that would help. Yeah.
I mean, hey, worth a shot.
Definitely
I'd do anything after 4 weeks.
I mean,
I actually have another suggestion for you. This
oh
is,
my God. Stop it. Stop.
This is Hiccup Girl. This is her with Keith Urban.
Oh.
So Hiccup Girl. You guys remember Hiccup Girl?
Yes.
I remember Hiccup Girl.
I don't remember this at all.
She was uber famous for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with true crime and murder? What? Did she die from the hiccups?
You've never heard of this story, and because I'm the only one that has ever covered it.
Kudos, John. Kudos.
I know. I like doing that sometimes.
Wait. We forgot the surprise shots.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, no. Still don't know where my bongos are, so.
Oh, Jen. Now this is on video.
I
that
know.
you're not
I'm
using
sorry,
them.
guys. No bongos tonight, so. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise. You know what's almost worse than hiccuping is like when you're in the middle of the night and you have indigestion and you can't stop burping. Actually, I don't know. Hiccuping might be worse. It's bad. Like there are times,
Maybe you
especially
should take turkey tail.
Maybe I should, but like here's the thing: is that when I am drinking, especially or like when I drink something before bed, like that's when it's like I'm and I can't
Like it's uncomfortable.
sleep. Yeah. Anyway, cheers.
Anyway, down the hatch.
That wasn't bad.
I liked that.
That was lovely, actually. That was your Tennessee cider.
Yes, I thought so. I was like, this tastes like whiskey.
That tastes like apple juice.
Yeah, it's good.
That's really good.
See, what I did with that is I mixed it with apple cider and Fireball, and I made it into a cocktail. It was good. I don't have any more apple cider though.
All right.
okay.
So tonight, this is a very interesting story, and you definitely haven't heard of this before. But I found it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is literally ridiculous." In fact, one of the big true crime authors, W. William Phelps, he actually wrote a book about this, and it's like 400 pages. He's one of those authors that had to cram every single detail in there. I didn't read that book because I'm not going to read about the Hiccup Girl for 400 pages. I'm sorry.
Wait, so the Hiccup Girl is a true crime story?
Yes, the Hiccup Killer is a true crime story.
Wait, what did she? I'm so confused. So when did this hiccup? When was her 10 minutes of fame?
That was in 2007. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Just let
I
me.
don't remember this at all.
All right, so this is Jennifer Mee. She is.
M.E.?
She looks gothic, maybe.
It's just the time
Now
period.
this is when she was in 16.
Yeah, well, this
The
is
long leather trench coat.
Yes,
She's
that's-
a Matrix fan.
long leather trench coats were in at that time.
In 2007?
No, that's earlier than 2007. That's got to be 2004.
No. This is 2007.
It's a little gothy, a little Matrixy.
Yeah, and that's after
little-
Columbine. So I would not.
Wasn't and Matrix was 01, right?
Huh?
Wasn't the Matrix like a 2001 movie?
Yeah, something like that. So this was 2007. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about her right now. So Jennifer Mee, that's her name. If you go to talkmore.com, she's wearing a like Matrix.
Like trench coat, but black leather.
I think she's
Yeah.
actually floating in the air. Look at her
Not
feet.
leather.
She's like
but-
floating.
But leather.
Do you guys ever see that video of the TSA lady that just disappears? And they say it's a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh my god! This,
No, I've never
I've
seen
seen
that.
all those videos. The ones that
John's like, I go down the
they're
rabbit
all
hole on
disproven.
YouTube.
There's one where this truck slams on brakes. It's really weird. Like I don't know. It's out in the desert. It slams on brakes.
At the train track?
No, not at the train track. And then within the truck, or I don't know, beneath it or something, a guy in a white lab coat walks out in the middle of the highway, like cars going everywhere. Truck slams on brakes.
Wait, I thought you said he was in the desert. I'm so confused now.
Oh, it's like in desert road. Hold on, just let me show you right quick. It's very important.
Am I drunk already? I don't... What's happening?
Mysterious man in lab coat teleports onto busy road, almost hit by truck. This is from Beyond Science.
I think teleportation is like the one superpower I would like to have.
2.8 million subscribers.
I would love to have teleportation powers. However, I would also like to be able to teleport between dimensions and time periods.
All right, check this out.
I don't need to be that specific.
What? Just thing the thing. All right, here it is.
Basically materializes. Right. And then he's nonchalantly
Oh.
just walking to the side of the road. And he's got some kind of silver, like black pants, like a
Yeah.
Wait, can you replay it? Go back.
silver road. And he's got some kind
See him swerve a little bit, and the guy basically materializes.
Right. And then he's nonchalantly just walking to the side of the road. And he's got some kind of silver.
It's weird, isn't it?
Wait, what do they say about it?
I don't know. I've never seen this video.
But I thought you said it was disproven. How is it disproven?
I never said it was disproven.
You
Yes,
said
I
all
did.
of them were.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
because it's not physically possible. What do you mean? Why do I have
Explain
to?
that.
Why do I have to disprove something that doesn't go along with the laws of physics? Come on, guys. It was obviously put in by CGI or some other mechanism like that. You guys believe this stuff?
Okay, I'm just saying, as long
Anyway,
as
all
you
right.
know that it was by CGI.
All right, Jennifer Mee. She's born July 28th, 1991. She's known
That's near my birthday.
Yeah. So she's about our age.
She's known as the Hiccup Girl. In 2007, when she was only 15 years old, she was in science class at Northeast High in 9th grade. She actually had to leave school for 2 months because she developed uncontrollable hiccups. She would hiccup 50 times per minute.
You're going to bring it upon yourself, and then they're contagious.
I know.
I saw a lot of reports where she was bullied about this because Matt Lauer had interviewed her, and you saw a clip earlier when she was talking.
Oh, Matt
when
Lauer
she's-
ain't doing nothing anymore.
Yeah, no, what a
He
fraud.
done. He done.
Oh, I was in some helicopter in Iraq.
No, that's
No,
a different
that's-
dude.
that's-
What happened to Matt Lauer?
He was a sexual deviant.
Yeah. Big time.
Really? What did he do?
He had a big sexual harassment case. This happened like last
Yeah.
year.
Oh, shit.
Right around the
Maybe
time of
two
like
now. Yeah.
yeah, with like all the Harvey Weinstein and all that stuff.
Like it was men he was
No. It was sexual. It was like quid pro quo. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
He's not a good dude.
Well, who am I thinking about? The guy that...
You're thinking about Brian Williams.
Yeah.
He's on Colbert a lot, or was on Colbert a lot. I
Not
still
anymore.
like him.
He's
Oh,
still
dude,
a
I thought
CBS.
he was funny.
I was in Iraq and I got shot down.
He
Like,
was.
Wow.
Isn't he still a CBS anchor?
He may have his job back now, but I mean, I don't think he's an anchor anymore.
He's probably the janitor.
He did a lot of stuff on like Stephen Colbert when he was on Comedy
All
Central.
right. This girl, Jennifer Mee, hiccuping 50 times per minute. Now, she was bullied a lot because when she went on Matt Lauer, and he said nonchalantly, I notice when you're talking, you're not hiccuping. So she goes back to school, and everyone thinks she's faking it.
Oh.
And they're sending her messages like, you're just doing this for fame, yada, 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 all this stuff. So she was bullied about this.
It's quite a weird thing to try to like get famous for, but
Fame.
Hey, we have a murder podcast, so which is worse,
depends on what way you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I would much rather have a murder podcast than fake hiccups, like, because even faking them can get exhausting.
Yeah.
37 days she suffered from the hiccups, and she was finally cured after being treated with drugs prescribed to patients with Tourette syndrome. Like
Ticks.
Tourette's,
Yeah.
tics.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drug was called ORAP, ORAP. She actually tried acupuncture, hypnosis, and a patented hiccup device. Now, this thing is outrageous. Check this
Hiccup
out.
device?
Yeah, so she actually sued this company because they tried to use her image after she used it. But this is the Hiccup Cup, the Hiccup.
Hiccup.
That's what they call it, is Hic-Cup.
They might make
Clever. Now, did she have a history of hiccup issues before?
No, it was just all of a sudden random.
I'm telling you, I thought they were diaphragm spasms. I thought that was like
I didn't know if
actually
she
the
had
thing.
like a history, like this
I
happened
know,
often.
No, I know what you're saying, but like I don't understand. Like, can't you just take like muscle relaxers?
Muscle relaxers, Jen? You're going to give a 16-year-old muscle relaxers?
Well, the diaphragm is a muscle.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I don't know. I saw some report that there's 50 unknown causes of hiccups. They're all different. So you could be, some are genetic, some are like you had surgery in your testicles and you got hiccup. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. So there's not a cure for it.
I have a cure for the hiccups.
But this is the hiccup.
What's your cure for the hiccups?
I can't tell you about it before you have the hiccups.
Yeah, I can't tell you mine either. Because we'd get banned.
I already figured that one out.
I thought, well, my grandmother always had the teaspoon of sugar under your tongue and then drink water while the sugar's under your tongue.
We also had you're supposed to drink water with a cup in your mouth and don't hold it, and you have to stick your thumbs in your ears, and then as soon as you have enough water, actually someone pours the water into your mouth, and then as soon as you're full with water you wiggle your pinkies and then you swallow it, and that's
That is very complicated.
It used to work. My sister used to do it all the time.
When I get hiccups, what works for me personally is I just hold my breath. Like,
it can be hard
You know.
too. Sometimes that does not work for
It
me.
works for me.
Or
To
breathe
I'll like
through your
try
nose.
to hold my breath and like chug a bunch of water.
yeah. Or you can use the law of attraction, the secret.
I
You know.
mean, and maybe a red bike will appear.
Yeah, I mean, we did find that parking spot that one time.
It's true.
All right, go ahead and read that hiccup cup.
The Hiccup is a stainless steel cup with a brass anode, a stem that looks like a straw connected to the side with a plastic cup. When a user drinks out of the cup, the top of the anode touches the user's temple, completing a circuit that sends a maximum charge of 150 millivolts into the vagus nerve.
It shocks the
The
shit.
slight shock is enough in many cases to stop the hiccups. It's shocking somebody. It's like a shock collar for the dogs.
Who the fuck is gonna buy this thing?
I might,
I went to the company
but I'm also a
website.
masochist.
The company website said like we've already sold 2,000 of these. Like what the fuck?
That's like
not a
it's like
good
my
number.
pillow.
Yeah. Not a good number, also.
All right, so Jennifer had tried various home remedies before using the Hiccup, including sipping pickle juice, eating peanut butter, holding her breath, and breathing into a paper bag.
I will say that drinking pickle juice is supposed to be a hangover cure. I don't know about hiccups.
Sour pickle juice, like dill.
Yeah. Also, you're supposed to, if you brine your chicken in it, apparently you can get results similar to Chick-fil-A if you mix it in with other like seasonings, according to TikTok.
What do you mean? You
Why are you still on
marinate-
TikTok?
Marinate your chicken.
Jen, that is like a Chinese website. They're obviously spying on Americans, and you're still using it.
You just talked about wanting to use it for this.
Yeah,
podcast.
I want to use it to advertise and get more people. I guess you're right. Yeah.
So-
You need to build up your audience, Jen.
I just put a video on there. No one watches my videos, which is really sad, actually. Like
I would watch your videos if you put one up, Jen. but I don't.
put one. I put one up the other day of like. So there's this trend on TikTok where apparently like people. Well, I can't really say that I'm shocked, but Gen Zers didn't know who Fleetwood Mac was. I know, it's the blasphemy. So like there's this trend where someone made a TikTok where they were listening to Dreams and
I love Fleetwood Mac.
skateboarding down the street drinking cranberry juice. So the other day when I was at Carolyn's house, I was dressed in my bee costume because it was Halloween. Her daughters have longboards, and I was like, oh my god, I need to borrow one of those. So I have a video of me sitting on the longboard trying to like roll down and have a beer in my hand, except I didn't make it very far, and I just like totally ate asphalt. And
I'm surprised it's not watched more.
it only has 4 views.
I'm going to put that on talkmurder.com if you want to see Jen bust her ass. Did you really bust your ass?
Yes.
I'm putting that.
Is that part on video?
It is. Look, I have an ankle injury to prove it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jen.
It's okay. It was hilarious. I was also drunk, so I didn't get hurt that bad, except the next day I was like, why is my ankle all scratched up? I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, tell people your TikTok or whatever.
I think it's just Jen Collins, like every other social media handle I have, except for my fan page on Facebook, which is at Your Friendly Neighborhood Jen Collins.
Jen Collins 14?
Nope. Jen Collins.
Jen Collins 79.
No.
Or 69.
Nope. OHHH Jen Collins.
Is this you? You have like 4,000.
That's not me. It's OHHH Jen Collins.
All right. So anyway, let's get on with this. TikTok girl. Hiccup Girl. She became really famous. Okay.
I don't remember this at all. You're right there.
I saw one paper where she actually was above Paris Hilton.
Wow.
Paris Hilton did an interview that said she was not going to say dumb things anymore. And damn it, Jen. And Hiccup Girl was above her.
True life, I still send Nicole TikToks, but I don't send them to you anymore because you got mad.
So after TikTok, God dang it. After Hiccup Girl gets really famous, because she was on the Today Show, the Morning Show.
The Maury Show?
No, not the Maury Show. I was on there. But she was on everything. She was famous for a little bit. Now, this only happened for, 37 days. So she
4
got
weeks.
really famous. And then,
So clearly Lisa's lying about her friend who had it for 7 years or whatever.
yeah, and then...
Or it wasn't consecutive anyway.
And then after, she had the 5 minutes of fame or whatever you call it. And then it just, because it's a Hiccup Girl. How's she going to stay famous for that? But she was
You're gonna have to
really
get hiccups
trying.
again.
She was really trying to stay famous. And
Okay,
this
so
is,
she liked this fame.
I know. And this is her downfall. This is the downfall of Hiccup Girl.
Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Yeah. So this is from the Lancaster News Era, 12th June 2007. So this is the same year as the Hiccups.
All right.
Just a few
so
months
she's like
later.
She's like 19.
No. She is still 16.
Oh.
After, just 2007, she's 16.
Oh, okay.
And she gets the hiccups. What I'm talking about now is in 2007, just a few months later, after that fame dies down, because it shoots like a shooting star. It burns out really quickly. Mm-hmm. She's like uber famous on Matt Lauer, Today Show, Morning Show, Sunshine Show, whatever show. And now she's nothing, right? So this is what happens a few months later.
Hiccup Girl runs away, is found safe. Her mother, Rachel Ribideau, said Jennifer had been upset after a disagreement with her stepfather over a MySpace. I love how they put a MySpace. Oh, no, that's not the end of the sentence. Over a MySpace.com account they didn't know about. They disconnected her cell phone service as punishment. I thought it was like over a MySpace, not a MySpace.com account.
So this right here, this is a Pennsylvania newspaper. She's in Florida. I forgot to say this is in Florida, St. Petersburg.
Okay.
All right.
If you type in Hiccup Girl, she is all over every newspaper. This article, she runs away. So think about it. If you're in the news for something that is embarrassing, like getting hiccups, and now you run away or, make a porno or whatever, now the whole news from all over the country, and maybe
You're
even
still Hiccup Girl.
Maybe even the world is like, oh my God, Hiccup Girl ran away, or whatever.
Was she trying to get a new name for herself?
I mean, she's 16. You know what I'm saying? So she can't handle this fame.
But she wants the fame.
Well, everyone wants the fame, right?
No.
Her mother says, quote, I think she just wants her freedom and she has to realize there's going to be boundaries at that age. So her mother is getting on, if you get caught with a MySpace when you're young and you're not supposed to have it and you get grounded, okay? That's embarrassing. You don't want your friends to know that. But now the whole nation is hearing the mother say, I think she just wants her freedom, but she's got to realize there's got to be boundaries at that age. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is probably really traumatic for Hiccup Girl. Right?
Yes.
You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, she's 16, she got famous for a second, and now everything she does wrong, she's in the paper as Hiccup Girl.
Well, don't
It's like one of those memes,
I
those
just
guys
feel like
that get on those memes.
She would know that running away would draw attention to herself.
No, it's like those meme guys from the early internet, that got on the memes or whatever. People made memes about them.
Like good guy Brian.
Yeah,
or
or whatever, I mean, think about those
Mashed
guys.
Potato Girl. Armagerd.
Like,
Armagerd, merch for turters.
like people still search for those.
They reference those people, and anything that they do, it gets, I get
Then
it.
there's douchebag Steve.
Yeah, with the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those guys are permanently scarred. You guys understand that, right?
They will forever be
They will
douchebag Steve
forever
or
be
whoever they
douchebag
are.
Steve. You see how, like, this...
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
so
a forever Hiccup Girl.
So now she's on her downhill spiral.
Uh-oh.
She let the
only
fame
16.
get to her head. You know what I'm saying?
I'd change my name.
You still
and
be...
move.
No one even knows her name. What's her name?
Jennifer Meade.
Well, M-E-E. But what I'm saying is it don't matter if she changes her name. She's still going to be Hiccup Girl, whatever name she has. It ain't like people are going to know her name anyway. She could change her name to Jen Collins. She'll still be Hiccup Girl. Her mother
she better
also,
not steal my name. I worked hard for that.
Her mother also says, quote, I just noticed a big change in her. It didn't happen overnight, but she wanted to be her own person. So I think the mom is kind of a douche too. She's really pushing her daughter for this whole fame thing and talking to the media. Oh, I think she's just too young for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up, Mom. Are you serious? Like, stay out of this type of thing, right?
Yeah, Mom.
So Mom is really fuming the fires here, if you want. Well, we're going to October 23rd, 2010. Hiccup Girl is now 19 years old. If you want to read this headline, Nicole.
Hiccup Girl faces murder charge.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot. Did you know the Hiccup Girl was charged with murder?
No, I did not.
This is from St. Petersburg, Florida. It says Jennifer Mee, 19. And then, the article really doesn't go into too much of the murder. It goes into more about the hiccups.
Oh, my God.
Because that's clearly more fascinating.
It really is it not?
Yeah, a little bit. Depends on the murder.
Yeah. And let me tell you how Hiccup Girl transitions to the Hiccup Killer. That's what she's now called. Because she's actually...
Hiccup Killer.
She's currently in a maximum security prison where they send the most violent female inmates in the world.
So she was convicted.
She faces murder charges. But what I'm trying to say is she's there now because she is a celebrity and she's known as the Hiccup Killer. She was 19 years old when this happened. Now, she was living with a few guys, and you'll hear her talk about this, But after the fame of being the Hiccup Girl kind of weaned down, she started doing what all these celebrities do. Drugs, drinking, having sex.
Yeah.
Prematurely or premarital sex. She was having premarital sex. She was doing drugs. I'm talking about ecstasy, coke, weed.
But she said she would never do marijuana.
Giggle pig. I'm talking about all of this stuff. she did say she would never do marijuana. But
no, she didn't quite say
But that was when
that.
she was Hiccup Girl.
Yeah, that was. Now she's Hiccup Killer. All right, so she started hanging out with these really bad people. One of them was her boyfriend at the time. The other one was another guy, one of his friends, and then there was a female. The only one that didn't get charged for this murder was also living in the house. This was a murder triangle. This was a 3-person murder. October 23rd, 2010, they're in a dark alleyway, the 500 block of 7th Street. Now, this is in St. Petersburg. It's a Saturday. This is the actual location right here. I pulled that from Google Maps. So it is Florida. You can tell by the trees, but it's kind of in the ghetto, if you will. And it's not a very good place. Like, there's a lot of crime in this area. I was looking up. The, median house values are it was median is $23,000 a year for what people make. Is very low.
Yeah.
So a lot of crime. Anyway, she is living with LeBron, Rayford, Lamont, and Lamont Newton. And they needed money because they were on drugs, heavy drugs. At this time, she was doing ecstasy, coke, and marijuana, and she was actually not sleeping. She hasn't slept for 3 days.
I wonder why.
Now, the fact that she got a roommate, or she got the boyfriend to begin with, he actually says that he was attracted to her because of her Hiccup fame status. Because she was literally famous for,
But this
for
is
that.
3 years later.
Doesn't matter. She's still famous.
In St. Petersburg.
Sort of. All right, here is the murder victim right here. If you want to describe him, his name is Shannon. I thought it was Shannon, but when you hear the interviews for the newscast, it's Shannon.
Young kid.
Yeah, 22 years old. Shannon Griffin.
It's coming back to me.
And you guys can
This
see that on the
case
video.
sounds familiar now.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, he's so
maybe it doesn't.
young, African American, male, short hair, goatee or beard. I used too fast, so I couldn't tell if it was goatee or beard.
It's a goatee, I guess. Young guy, like you said. Now, here's kind of what happened, and here's the overview of the case, because it's really not all that magnificent, and I don't know how that dude wrote a 400-page book about it. That literally escapes me. But
Well, 200 of the pages are about how she became Hiccup Girl.
So true.
which I did not want to read. Which I'm surprised no one else is reading it.
Maybe there's another 100 about the, what's the word?
Her
the
downfall?
epidemiology of hiccups.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
So Shannon Griffin was messaged by Hiccup Girl, Jennifer Mee, and he was 22. She actually messaged him on MySpace. She was living with 3 other roommates at the time. They were all smoking weed. No. 2 men, and then one of the man's girlfriends, which didn't get, which was the only one that didn't get prosecuted in this case.
Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't there that day or something. She wasn't a part of this. But this guy, Shannon Griffin, he wanted to buy some marijuana. And later in all the newspapers I saw, Jennifer Mee, Hiccup Girl, recalls how hazy she was during this day. This is a Saturday. She was high from ecstasy, weed, and cocaine. She messaged this guy, Shannon, and he wanted to buy some marijuana. So they said, hey, meet me at the 500 block of 7th Street North. And that's the place I showed you. This is their plan. They wanted Shannon to show up, pull out $60, and then when they're about ready to do the exchange, they would just take the money and run type of thing.
Wait, but I thought that they were getting weed from him.
No, he's buying weed.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
They need money. They need $60. They're going to split it 3 ways. They say they have weed, an ounce of weed. They're going to pull it out of the pocket, in this dark alley. And Shannon is going to pull out the $60. They're going to just take it from him
and
run. Now, I don't know what happened after this because all the stories are different. But maybe they saw that he had more than $60 and they wanted that too. Anyway, it ends up he was shot 4 times with a .38 revolver. So this is a drug deal gone stupid. I mean, they shouldn't even have brought a gun in the first place. She had set this whole thing up to rob this kid.
This was all her idea.
Got it. Yeah. Even though she says she's in a, quote, haze. So they robbed him at gunpoint. Now, this is the 3 of them, if you want to describe them.
They look miserable.
Yeah, they do not look pleased.
And there's Hiccup Girl at the top.
Yeah, she doesn't look good.
So the plan was to sell half an ounce of weed to Griffin for $60. They were going to grab the money without handing over the drugs and then split it 3 ways.
The things you'll do for $20. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I know. Things I would do for $20. All right. So let me ask you this right now before we go any further. She didn't know that this guy was going to get shot and killed. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you think her sentence should be? She did set up this whole thing. She knew that they were going to rob him. She had planned the robbery and everything else, but she had no idea they were going to pull out that pistol, that revolver, and shoot him 4 times. So what do you think her sentence should be?
Well, I think if she was not the one who actually killed him, she should have less sentence than the other 2, or the one who actually pulled the trigger. However, I could understand if she was sentenced with a conspiracy to commit a murder, but she should definitely be charged with the minimum of armed robbery.
So how many years is what I was trying to say?
Well, I don't know what that is in Florida, so that was my way of saying.
How much would you give her personally? That's what I'm trying to say. 20 years, 10 years, 50 years?
I would give her 25 years.
I'm going to say 7.
Let's talk a little bit about her personality right quick. This is from her landlord at the time. His name is Art DeCosmo. Now, I'm pulling this from the Tampa Tribune, 26th of October, 2010. He had rented the apartment to her, and her boyfriend and the other guy, plus his girlfriend, and they were not bringing in any money except from selling drugs. And they were having loud parties. The music was all too loud. They were smoking, doing all kinds of drugs. It was probably literally a trap house. I mean, Hiccup Girl, man, she was super famous. This is a spiral downhill, So this is from the Tampa Tribune, October 2010, if you want to read this.
But Art DeCosmo, who rented an apartment at 2028 9th Street North to me for a month this year.
To me.
I know.
To Emmy.
To Emmy
To
for
Hiccup
a month
Girl.
this year, said he had to kick her out because of suspicious behavior by her and Newton. She just really didn't want to conform, DeCosmo said. We were getting calls because of loud music, her sitting out front with different people. It appeared they were not doing the right thing.
Here's an exclusive interview, ABC Action News, with Hiccup Girl.
You look exactly the same. Jennifer Mee, remarkably similar to the teenager we first met in 2007.
How are you? I'm good.
We were there when she landed at TIA after a whirlwind TV tour. 5 weeks of hiccuping had made the 15-year-old a sensation.
What happened to that sweet 15-year-old girl that we first met?
I couldn't even tell you. I got cased up with the wrong crowd of people, really. Unfortunately, when I started experimenting with drugs, I just felt like I was invincible to everything.
Now 24 years old.
My hiccups were cured.
So in this interview, she's 24. I'll embed that entire interview on talkmurder.com for you guys if you want to see it. But she does say that she got involved with the wrong crowd. This is her in court right now for her sentence for this crime.
Tonight, the Pinellas County teen, once known as the Hiccup Girl, was in court this morning, hoping to convince a judge she should be released on bail. And as our Eric Waxler shows us, her condition was once again on display.
No.
Jennifer Mee did not speak in court. But standing close to a microphone, her sobbing and hiccuping were amplified as attorney John Trevina argued she should be released from jail.
There simply is nothing to indicate that Miss Mee presents a flight risk, or that she would, with the conditions that we've proposed and any others that the court would add, would in any way present a threat to the community.
Mee, who got worldwide attention for her uncontrollable hiccup condition.
I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest with you.
Did you hear? She's like,
I can't.
Oh my god.
I can't. I'm so sorry. Like I try to look at the best of people, but I just can't. Like
dude.
I mean, I'm not going to say I wouldn't try to pull the same thing. If
Yeah,
I
but
was
she
in her
actually
shoes.
hiccuped. I thought it was kind of cute.
Oh,
You feel
you're
bad.
such a softie.
She's like, hey, Judge.
Oh my god, stop. There's like, I just feel like there's no way that I mean, maybe it's brought about by stress. Maybe it's stress induced. I don't know. Who am I to say? I'm not a doctor. Definitely not a hiccup doctor.
There are no hiccup doctors.
But I mean, how does that happen? I mean, you get your fame for it, and then it doesn't happen again until, like, or you just happen to get the hiccups the day that you are facing the court for an appeal. Like, I'm sorry.
Don't look good. It don't look good.
It doesn't. It's not a good look. It is
She
not
was
a good look.
Obviously, she was faking it. You guys understand that, right?
No. I know, because it wasn't
Get
like
me
she
out of
was
here, Judge.
It wasn't like she was hiccuping like in the middle of her sobbing. It wasn't like it was very aptly timed.
I thought it was cute.
You're such a softie to the ladies.
See,
Okay.
there you go, Nicole. Now all you have to do to make him feel bad is just get the hiccups.
Just hiccup.
Just hiccup.
So this is also her in court. She is actually convicted of
Degree murder.
murder.
Will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to life in prison without
Whoa.
parole.
Without
Causing her to
parole.
break down in tears.
In
It's
hiccups?
just the latest chapter for me,
Yeah.
who came to prominence back in
Prominence. Who came to prominence?
Life in prison without parole.
And she was not the person that pulled the trigger.
She was not the person that pulled the trigger.
But
and
she conspired.
A lot of people don't think she was even involved. But here's the thing. Florida, and I was listening to one defense attorney talk about this. If you're going to commit a murder, do not commit it in Florida. Because they have this law. I don't know the exact legalese terms of
I
it.
was just going to say the word legalese.
But it's basically the hand of one is the hand of all type of thing. So if it's not like conspiracy where,
If
she
you're
conspired.
involved in a murder,
if you're involved in a murder,
you're as equally
no
as
matter
guilty.
who pulls the trigger, everyone pulls the trigger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everyone is equally
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not the best place to murder someone. And the defense attorney.
All right, Florida.
Oh, yeah, Florida.
I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't.
That's interesting.
Because, I mean, you could be there with a group of people and not know that this is going to happen. Like, you could try to talk someone out of it. You know what I mean?
That may have different weight, but in this case,
that's
she is seen
she's
as an organizer.
Yeah, she organizes. Now let me go back a little bit.
Now I have the hiccups.
No, you don't.
I swear to God, I just did.
Holy
Did
shit.
you not hear that?
Chug your beer.
Oh, no, that's not going to help me.
Yeah, well.
We got to get you one of those hiccup cups. Hiccups.
Hiccups. Hiccups.
Stand on your head, Jen.
I can't do that. I don't even know how to cartwheel.
All right, let me
Don't worry.
Going back to the true crime author William M. Feltz, he says, quote, "She does not belong in prison for the rest of her life. I've written 30 books, and about 25 of those books are about female psychopaths. Jennifer Mee does not fit into that category at all." So if you read his lengthy book on the Hiccup Girl,
lengthy,
which I'll put the Amazon link if you guys want to, I wouldn't recommend reading it. I mean, it's 400 pages about the Hiccup Girl. Come on. Anyway, he claims that Jennifer...
Why read it when you can just listen to this podcast?
Or you can listen to the audio version.
Well, no, some people, like some of our audience out there, they go and they read the book because they're really interested in a story. And I'd be really interested if anyone is like, oh my God, I got to hear more about this. So they do go read the books, but I don't think anyone's going to do it on this one. I'd be very shocked. Anyway.
They're really fascinated with hiccups, if that's the case.
From hiccups to hitmen.
He claims that Jennifer's background was hard growing up. She was from a poor family. Boo-hoo. Her mother was a waitress. Boo-hoo. She actually moved from Vermont to Florida. Now, this is terrible. She was raped by 2 different unidentified males at childhood for a period of 2 years.
Oh,
at 13, she was dealing drugs for money on the street.
This is 13. Before she became
this was
Hiccup Girl.
2 years before her Hiccup fame.
So I don't believe her where she said, I would never try marijuana.
Dude, there you go.
Because
so now you're seeing...
Like, because she literally was dealing drugs.
That's interesting.
Like, she kind of hesitated, too, where she was kind of like, oh.
Here's the thing, okay, with this case. And not that it really matters. She still was involved in a murder. But did she go down this hill because of her fame and she spiraled down? Or was she already like this? And the fame really didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it made it worse, but I don't I think she already showed patterns and.
Well, you haven't seen her MySpace page yet. I'll show you that in a second.
Oh,
before the hiccups, she was pregnant by an abusive boyfriend. Now, this is what she claims. And
this is before she was 15.
Yeah, before she was 15, and I didn't see any doctor's reports or anything about this. But I guess the true crime author Phelps, he dived into it, and I guess he can prove
maybe
it.
there is 400 pages worth here.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds.
I'd be scared to read it because, like, if I just read the word hiccup over and over, it's gonna make me hiccup.
I mean, I feel bad. Like, you're talking about her background, and I do feel kind of like sad for her. It does sound like she had a hard life.
I do feel bad for her.
But that doesn't mean that
personally,
you need
I don't think she should belong in prison for the rest of her life.
Ooh.
But that's just me.
Well, I think it shows that it was not just an anomaly where she was in the wrong place at the wrong time or she got addicted to drugs, and that's how because she was famous.
I know, but
she was in a rough path.
She didn't know that. Yeah, exactly. And it was going to be one thing or the other.
Not that means her sentence should be more or less because of her involvement in the murder, but I think it just shows that maybe she was more of an orchestrator.
She was pregnant by an abusive boyfriend before the hiccups. He beat her senseless, causing her to miscarry, and then she became suicidal. This is from the Tampa Tribune, 26 October 2010. I'll just read this since it's easier. Dara Singleton, who knew M-E-E, Hiccup Girl. I'll just say Hiccup Girl.
Yeah.
Dara Singleton, who knew Hiccup Girl from middle school, said Hiccup Girl liked, quote, the bad boys.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe there is 400 pages worth of it. and exchanged text messages about being drunk and high. Quote, it wasn't being Hiccup Girl that went to her head. It was hanging out with the wrong people. So let's get to her scandalous MySpace page. MySpace to my place.
Is this the one that caused her to run away? This particular MySpace page?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah. So this is Jennifer. The title is Jennifer Bitches.
Oh.
And female version.
No, diva is a female version of a hustler. Of a hustler.
Well, she spelled hustler wrong.
That's a Beyonce song.
So that's her MySpace page, which that kind of looks like Jen's old one, I guess.
I never had a MySpace. We've talked about
this.
You
never had a MySpace?
So,
yes, we've talked about this.
It has money background.
MySpace.
It has a money background. It says, my name is Jennifer. Oh my God. This is what's wrong with these people, these kids these days.
Well, actually, she's our age now. So.
Yeah, but it was kids back in those days.
I would never write like this. Okay, now you have spell check. And back then you had spell check. But anyway, everything is misspelled. I'm just saying. I'll put this on talkmore.com.
Well, that's how it be sometimes.
My name is Jennifer, lowercase. I'm almost 19, but don't let age fool you.
I will say, MySpace at 19, because she's around our age.
That was a little later.
MySpace was on its way out. Facebook was in.
This is your profile background.
I was a sophomore or a junior in high school when I got Facebook.
This is your profile biography. There's no excuse. It's not like you're making a random status update. You should have things spelled correctly on your
things were
bio.
cool to not be.
My name is Jennifer. Like if you were like ghetto fabulous, that was your look. Like you have, like they have that TikTok that's like 3 looks.
You
three
said
looks. I got 3 looks. That's it.
Like you said what with a W-A-T instead of W-H-A-T.
Or W-W-T.
I didn't.
W-U-T.
Yeah. What?
I'm gonna pop some tags and I got $20 in my pocket.
All right, go ahead. That's way too.
This is fucking awesome. All right. Love that song.
My name is Jennifer. I'm almost 19, but don't let the age fool you. The struggles I've been through has made me grown up so much. I'm always having fun chilling or vibing, that's V-I-B-B-I-N, to some Gucci.
That is Vibbin. I'll just say.
It is
Vibbin.
Vibbin. It is Vibbin. I'm trying to read it as if she was read it. I'm a down-ass chick, and all the others will never compare, so don't try me like I'm the next hoe. I've lived in Florida for a while now, but my heart is still in Vermont. ? I'm trying to better myself and just move on in life. I'm single and not looking. Hit me up if you need to know anymore. And that's N-O at K-N-O anymore. I know someone that still talks like that.
Really?
Yeah. I can't say who, but I know someone that still talks like that.
We'll discuss offline.
Yes.
So this is more of her MySpace page right here. She's got some money and some cigarettes.
Oh.
Where did this money come from? Was that from her drug dealing
This
days?
is her and her mom. Her mom's handle is One Hot Mama. And
No.
even her mom spells the word hot wrong.
H-A-W-T?
H-O-T-T.
Oh.
But look at the comment. That's her mother, Rachel. It says, put some close on.
Cloths?
Put
No,
some
C-L-O-S-E.
Her mother is saying, put some close on. Close. C-L-O-S-E. To her picture. To her picture. Put some close on. One hot mama.
I
It's
have to say,
dude.
like, all right, not everyone is educated as we are.
I get it, but what the shit?
But,
We have
like-
spell checker, people.
But I mean, it is kind of.
And spell checker is like automatic on your computers nowadays. You can't even. You have to go and turn it off.
It is.
Okay, I get it.
Also, like, I would prefer my mom talk to me in private about something online. Like talk to me, pull me aside and be like, hey, can you take that down? Like, sometimes I'll put
Yeah, because
something.
your family never does that.
No, my dad, he will call
I
me
know,
out on
that's what I'm
Facebook.
saying.
That's what I'm saying. I said I would much rather him like not say anything on Facebook and cause a whole big scene than me have to like delete things on his behalf or like apologize to people on his behalf.
That's why you got to get a fake Facebook.
Oh,
Fake Facebook.
A faux Facebook.
A faux Facebook.
So this is more of her MySpace. You can't hardly see the pictures, but one, she's flipping off the camera. She's smoking a joint.
Ah.
I don't know.
Nice.
This is kind of showing you who Hiccup Girl really is.
Hiccup Girl.
That's pretty much the story.
It's a bad superpower.
She is in prison for life.
Without
her
parole.
appeals have gotten turned down and down and down. If you feel like she should not be in prison, and I'll put this website up there. She does a prison blog. I think she just writes the letters and then maybe her mom uploads them. But the website is JMEE Free. And this is the website right here. Jennifer Me Free.
Me
Yeah.
Free.
It's like her blog inside the prison. It's kind of interesting, but obviously she wants to get out. I do believe that if she was in any other state, she would not be in prison for life. That is a Florida thing. And there are women who literally like Shayna, Hugh, all those women are not in prison for life. You guys understand that? They're like this is a pretty hefty sentence. And I believe it is because of her fame. I don't know.
It could very well be because of the Florida thing.
Yeah. No, it definitely is because of the Florida thing. 100%. She would definitely not be in prison if it wasn't for this. Yeah. But but this is from the Tampa Tribune. I'm just going to read this. The other roommate, Jennifer Charon, who for some reason never was indicted on this. She was the roommate. Obviously, she knew. She said that, quote, little Jen masterminded the whole thing. But people think that she's just trying to throw under the bus. And this is also from the paper. It says, Charon's remark paint a picture of Mee far different from how Mee's family describe her. Like her father, Chris, describes her as, quote, easily manipulated because she is not very intelligent. She is easily duped. Thanks, Dad. Shit.
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, that's like, yeah. I mean, there's other ways of saying that. But, like, I understand him saying that. But also there's, like.
But that is Hiccup Girl. And she isn't serving life in prison. If you, like I said, if you want to go, there's a Facebook page, a group about getting her a less sentence. You can go and support her there. That's you guys. I'll link to that on Talk Murder. Is kind of whatever your moral compass points to. But that's just the thing. And she is currently in life in prison, and she has had 2 appeals turned down by the judge. So that is the Hiccup Girl story. And I'll put those links and photos on talkmurder.com. But that's the Hiccup Killer.
Wow. Well, thanks for that.
Or I should say that's the Hiccup Killer.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Talk Murder to Me. I'm sure you haven't heard of this story before on any other podcast. And if you really love this episode, be sure to subscribe. You can find Jen at tiktok.com/OJenCollins.
I only have like 4 videos.
And you can find me at
nowhere.
redtube.com/LongJohnSliver.
Oh my God.
Oh, excuse me. It's Long Dong Silver. That's my ex hamster account I gave you. Either one, you can find me and subscribe to me there. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.